when it comes to high ticket programs like that, like the one you're talking about, it's very important that you get some kind of traction, some, form of credibility first and start getting some results before you make a decision like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to really understanding what you're investing in, that's why when we first started together, and the high ticket you were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
we invested 2,000, but we didn't want to invest any more after that.
And we already made sales.
Because we started making sales with that.
Right.
And then we were ready to invest higher, but that was because we were making sales and growing our business.
Yes.
Now we were continuing to struggle,
Right.
and we weren't making sales. We would not. But it makes no sense to invest into something that's $10,000 if you're struggling, because that's investing more is not going to solve the problem. And this is what I see with a lot of high ticket programs, the gurus. What they tell you is like, oh, you got to invest. Of course you got to invest. It's their program. They're going to make most of the money.
They are.
Of course it's in their best interest to tell you to invest more money because they'll make more money.
Yeah.
But it's not solving your problem, which is understanding marketing.
And they don't want to hear that.
So you want to invest, at least be positioned to make at least $1,000.
At least.
Yeah, that's what we did. We're telling you what we've done.
Yeah.
From experience. And we wouldn't tell you something unless we went through it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So if let's say that you invested like 30 grand, for example, there's no sense in investing 30 grand if you haven't made your first sale yet, right? I mean, you want to have some form of investment as far as like I said, with like 2 grand or something, make $1,000 commission. That's cool and everything. But when you're looking at what you're investing in, you want to make sure you get a return on investment as far as breaking even first.
Breaking even is important.
That is the goal when as a marketer, right? We go in the red first because we're new. But once we start getting a little bit of ground and we start getting some understanding and we're learning how to be a marketer, then what happens is we want to focus on breaking even. And once we break even, now we can start going into profit, right? When we start going into profit, we can start, bringing that investment back into the business and start investing to the next level, right? Because what's going to happen is you have a better understanding now of what you've invested. So when you start investing into other higher products, price points, okay, higher price points for those products, you're more confident in what you're doing, like I said earlier.
Right.
Okay. Now, when it comes to investing, let's say in your traffic, right? You want to have a spreadsheet. You want to find out what you've invested in. Let's say it's solo ads. And I believe that you are doing solo ads because the program that we're talking about, they teach solo ads.
They teach solo ads.
So what you want to do is you want to create a spreadsheet and you want to go through all the vendors. And then what you want to do is you want to lay out like how many leads you generated through that, what your opt-in rate is. You want to find out how many sales you made. Okay. And you want to look, and over time, it'll tell you where your sales are coming from and where your sales are not coming from. And then what you want to do is you want to look at where your sales are coming from, and you want to start adding a little bit more investment into that traffic in that area, right? Not astronomical, but the next step up. So if you invested, let's say, I'm going to give you just some numbers here. Let's say you invested like, $100, right? Into some vendors. So let's say you have 20 vendors and you invested $100 into each vendor. Maybe out of those 20 vendors, you got about 5 vendors that are, returning some sales, right? And you have in your spreadsheet, but the other vendors are like 0. You're not getting results. Well, what you would do is you wouldn't go back to those vendors, of course. You would go to the vendors that are giving you the sales, the 5 vendors. And out of those 5 vendors, you can say, oh, I invested $100 with these vendors, these 5 vendors. Now I'm going to invest $300 and get a little bit more traffic with these 5 vendors. But you want to continue going out there and continue to look for new vendors to get added to your Rolodex, right? We call it a Rolodex. So over time, you're going to see 5 vendors, 10 vendors, 15 vendors, 20 good vendors that are giving you a return on investment. So now you can start scaling from going to 100 a piece to 300 a piece to 500 a piece.
Yes.
You see what I'm doing? You're going wider now, not right away. You're going small in the beginning so you could, get the results that you're looking for.
That's right.
You're measuring and figuring out where your results are coming in from. And you can see where those sales are coming in from, gives you more confidence on going back and really start scaling your business.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you start building your business, start getting those what we call, what they call the popcorn effect, right? That's how you do it. You don't get popcorn effect multiple sales by just going out there and just throwing money at the wall and hopefully it sticks. It doesn't work
Yes.
that way. Okay.
Yes.
We got to really focus and be strategic, very strategic with our business. Build that spreadsheet, find out what's working, find out what's not working, and keep building upon what's working. That's how you build a gold Rolodex.
She just responded and she says, yes, thank you very much. It is that I did go all in and I just feel really guilty about it now. Listen, we all have learned from our mistakes, and these are life lessons learned along the way. You know, people come into this industry known as high ticket affiliate marketing,
Yep.
and, you know, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. You know, we sure didn't know what we were stepping into until, you know, our backs was against the wall, right? We were homeless. We had to make a decision. It's either go back to the Motel 6 or do something so that we don't go back to the Motel 6 and be able to learn how to fire our boss and be able to live the true laptop lifestyle. And we kept seeing the hype, Julia. We kept seeing the hype in that community.
It's
We
still
saw
out there. It's still out
we saw
there.
the hype in the community. We saw how everybody was just, you know, buy this, buy that, but there was no real practical help. It was missing. And I believe, you know, when we were part of that community, that forward community you're talking about, you know, it was a more warm, welcoming, inviting type of a community. And we ran a tight ship when we were there. We made sure there was no horsing around. Team members were actually duplicating results and getting success and signing people left and right. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That momentum that we used to have in that community that you're now part of died.
Yeah, we had team members that earned six figures or more.
It died.
And you know, and these were with our team members that we taught
These were
you know, how to be a great marketer.
mm-hmm.
And we had people coming in that never made any money ever.
Mm-hmm.
They never made a sale, a dime.
Or they were cast off like, you know.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like looking at someone's face, how they just came from like never earning a dime online to like earning, like, you know, I'm gonna put numbers out there, like 80,000, 100,000, 160,000, right? In a calendar year. And it's just, it's amazing to me how when you see that person transform, it lights me up. I know it lights you up, because, you know, we're a big part of that.
I love it.
You know, it's just when you could help someone who was struggling and stuck, and really help them make that large, substantial amount of income, it's just something about it. It's really great.
Julia says, this is great, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch. Yeah, this is the best thing that you can do, is get in touch with us. Reach out to us. You know, we do our own form of coaching, like we said, at a much less price. And we'd be able to give you more than enough of one-on-one attention that you definitely need.
Yeah.
You can ask any of our graduates. We have a lot of graduates out there, and, you know, and we're still growing.
You know, it's funny. People spend like 10 grand to go out for a weekend and do something. You know, what we do is we dive in 6 months, and we dive in real deep. What we do, no gurus will do it. Won't do it for that price.
Not the style and the signature style that we do.
Nobody will do it.
Yeah.
Because we realize that it takes a commitment from both ends. It takes a commitment from you.
Yes.
But also it takes a commitment from us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the people that are serious always gets the benefits and gets the massive results.
Absolutely.
People that are not serious will go through it and they'll never take action.
Yes.
So,
and something to consider also about high ticket, you know, there are great programs out there. We know a lot of great companies out there that are great high tickets. And the thing is, you have to consider is, if you're not willing to change your situation, then don't do it. Don't invest, because it makes no sense for you to go and get that coaching and mentorship. They're going to provide all the value for you, but you're not taking action on anything that is being taught.